Hello people of the internet, welcome to day 2 of 31 days of Halloween makeup extravaganza. We're going to be putting in our little skeleton hair clips, and then we're going to take our glasses off and grab this cream contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Light. I am going to put a couple drops of the Tarte Maracuja oil in that, and then I'm also going to be taking this Benefit 24-hour brow setter and applying that because my Elmer's glue stick dried out, so that's fun. Anyways, then I'm going to set that down with the Airspun Extra Coverage Translucent Powder, and now I'm going in with the cream contour palette, and I'm using 3 different shades from this palette because we're doing 3 different sections for this optical illusion. Once we have those base colors down, I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette, and I'm using some shades in there to just set all of the different cream shades. Also, I didn't look it up. I don't know if this palette is even still a thing. I'm not gonna lie, it is so old, probably like I've had it for like 10 plus years, honestly. Oh well. Anyways, now I'm going to grab my Mehron Paradise face paint palette, and I'm going to be starting off by using the white, and I'm just going to be painting a circle around my eye. This is going to be an extension of your eyeball. And then I'm going in with the red from the palette just to add some, veining and some like reddy spots, because my eye is not perfectly white. I don't know about yours, but I got a lot of veins in my eyeball, so I'm just adding some of those in there for a little teeny tiny creepy effect. I low-key paint over them later, but it's fine. Then we're going to go in with the black. We're going to draw the outline around the extended white part of your eye, and then we're going to go and do all of the lines across all of these sections, and each of these 3 sections will be different shadowed parts of our little optical illusion. So then we're also going to do the border around the whole thing, and then the lines inside, all with the black face paint from the Mehron Paradise face paint palette. This part is pretty basic. I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to keep my lines as nice and symmetrical and straight as possible, but my hand, it's so hard to do straight lines on myself. If I'm doing it on someone else, so much easier, because it's so much easier to anchor my own hand, but on myself, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, you guys. Speaking of hot mess, definitely make sure, if you're not already following my mom, go give my mom a follow at Hot Mess Mama MD here on YouTube. But if you want to follow her on Instagram and TikTok, I think that those are at Hot Mess Mama of 4. Once I have all the face paint done, I'm going to grab this NYX Primal Colors shadow or pressed pigment in the shade Hot Black, and I'm just using that to create some shadow dimension in the different sections. This is really going to start giving that illusion effect. and to make sure it's not looking too flat, I go back in with the BH Cosmetics contour palette and I add some brown shadowing in as well. And then to make the highlights pop in this section, I go back in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour palette and I add some lighter bits back in there. And then I was like, oh, now the white of the eye is looking a little bit dull. So then I go back in with the Mehron Paradise face paint and then I, clean it up and make it a little bit brighter. That's kind of where I paint it with the red. Anyways, that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and stay tuned for tomorrow's video. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. Until next time, kisses from Kentucky. Bye!